Halli hallo! It is that time of year once again, and of course I am Refashionista Sheri, here to help you make the holidays spectacular without spending really any money at all, and using items from the thrift shop, items from your own house, and just upcycling the holidays, shall we call it that? So let's see what I have in store for you today. Now, you may remember this cropped turtleneck that I recently thrifted. Pardon Skelly wandering around here. Anyway, I don't know if you remember this, but I recently thrifted this and it definitely is cropped and I can only wear it layered over things. So I got a little bit of a refashionista niggle in my brain that maybe if I could find a cool poncho, I could make it into a festive frock. And look what I found. This poncho is the most perfect holiday look poncho, but when you add it with the green sweater, hello, and you know what? This is going to take literally about 10 minutes to make because we're just going to sew these together. That's it. And then it's going to be an awesome, cozy dress. But before we do that, I got a question for you. Does this look dumb? These ties here on this cozy sweatshirt, does that look dumb? I don't know, because like they're kind of too long, right? But this lovely wide bell sleeve sweater needed something, and ties was it, but then maybe ties wasn't it. So you tell me, please, if that's cool or not, because I don't know. Sometimes the brain does things and you just don't know. Anyway, let's get making. So I just wanted to show you how short this cropped sweater is, and it's like, I don't know, 2 centimeters-ish under the girls here, so it's definitely short. But if we take the poncho and add it here, how adorable is that going to be? So you have your sweater, you have your poncho, but the first thing you have to do, of course, is make sure that your poncho is actually going to fit over your body. And I'm putting mine over sweatpants, and I still have room here, but look at that. How cute is that going to be? And has a fringed, asymmetrical hem. Just adorable. Let's go put it together. So clearly, I don't have to do anything to the sweater. It is fine as it is, although, as I said, it would be nice if it was a little bit longer. But with the poncho, it does have a hood on it, so this has to be removed, so then I can just use this part as the skirt for my dress. I don't know if you can hear it, but we are having a terrible snowstorm and it is super windy. I know you can hear that. That is Skelly coming and having a little lay down under my table here. But I apologize if the wind is very loud and if Skelly's tippy tapping is also loud. But let's move on. Anyway, so this appears to be very vintage. I'm thinking at least the 80s old, maybe 70s, just from how these hems and seams are done here. But I always like to see if it is in fact possible to take this apart at the seam here other than chopping through, and it looks like I just might be successful. So I'm going to continue doing this very, very slowly and carefully. I know sometimes people complain that I don't just seem to zip through, but this is vintage knit and I don't want to cause any undue rips or tears or holes or anything. So I'll see you when it's all apart. So the hood is off and it will now go in my stash to hopefully be used in a future project that is going to need a hood and be awesome. But now that the hood is off and I had it laying flat here, let's go back over to the wall and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I have my helper here because he's just being a Velcro boy today. Anyway, so I don't know, can you see... Buddy, I need to, whoop, okay. No, that's not going to work either. How about, okay, there. Now I think everybody can see my conundrum here. I don't know if I should have the bottom part like this, so the longer pieces are on the side, or turn it around like this, and then it's like kind of a triangle shape in the front and the back. And yes, the sides would be a bit shorter as well then, but I'm going to be wearing like super thick elf tights or leggings, so it doesn't matter. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. Maybe that does look better. I don't know. What do you think, Scal? I don't know. So also, what about this? What about this kind of a deco for the front? That's there. Now everybody can see better, I think. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, well, let's go have a think and maybe do a poll. So you can see I have pinned my lovely vintage doily in place, and I think I have it pretty well centered, but it's not that big of a deal if it's not perfectly centered, because this is very stretchy, the doily's very stretchy, and I have a generous chest, so it all needs to stretch anyway. Okay, so here's my quick refashionista tip for this video. Once you get down to like this much thread on your spool when you are using your machine, and you kind of know that, okay, this is going to run out really, really fast, then pop this into your hand sewing gear, because waste not, want not. And you can see I have lots of threads that are nearly empty. Because that's what I use for my hand sewing, and I bet you there's others like me out there too. So I want to know, do you do that? And I also want to know, how do you store your hand sewing gear? I just have mine in this little thrifted fabric box, and I've been using this for like over a decade now. I got another tip for you. When you are hand stitching something to the front of a garment, always grab a piece of cardboard or even a cutting board. You know, that actually works better, but I don't have a big enough cutting board here. So I'm just going to slip my cardboard behind. And now I don't have to worry as much about keeping the front separated from the back, because I know as soon as I put a stitch in, I can feel that I'm hitting the cardboard. And I'm not going to go through the cardboard. It's super thick. So let's get started stitching this. And of course, the very first thing, as always, is to anchor our stitch just the exact way my grandma taught me, because my grandma taught me how to hand sew. And if you want to learn all of my awesome little tips and tricks and all of that for hand stitching just about everything, you know, I have mini courses, I have ebooks, I have longer courses, I have print books, but, you know, just I'll link everything down below, and you can go pick and choose for yourself what you think would be the best way for you to learn. And then you can use all of my fab free tutorials that I have on my blog and my channel and my social media and just everywhere. So yeah, and again, the prices are super cheap, because I really think that everybody should be able to do this. But of course, I need to be able to make a little bit of money so I can keep sharing free tutorials as well. So I have my lovely vintage doily applique all hand stitched on, and it just looks gorgeous. So now let's attach the top to the skirt. So I went ahead and marked what I believe to be the center line here. Like, luckily this turtleneck is ribbed fabric, so there's these lovely lines. So I just kind of counted and found the center one. And then I'm going to line that up with the seam here on the poncho. And I think actually this side is the nicer side to have in the front. I don't know. This is the problem, right? Trying to find which side looks nicer. No, I think the other side. Okay. So as always, I have my top right side out, and then I'm going to flip this skirt part over top of it with the right sides facing. And once it's all lovely and shaken down, now you can see better what I mean about lining up the seams and the lines here. So luckily I put a pin here so I can very easily pop those together. Hello, Mr. Scally. And pop a pin in, just 1 second here. Pop a pin in there to hold them,
And because both of these are very, very stretchy fabric, to get everything all nicely lined up, as I'm stitching, I'm just going to stretch it. And that's the easiest way to do it because they're both stretchy. So why not use the stretch to my advantage? Okay, now I'm simply going to go stitch this together first with a long straight stitch. Then I'm going to stitch over that with my tight wide zigzag so it still has the stretch needed to get it on and off my body. Alrighty, it is all stitched together, so let's flip it right side out. Okay, wow, that looks abso-freaking-lutely adorable, although I do think I'll have to put a belt on with it. I'm not sure. We shall see. But if I wanted this to lay a little bit flatter here, I could stitch in the ditch right here along the actual exterior seam, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to risk this getting all wavy and lettuce hemmy. So if there's anybody out there who has tips on sewing with knits on like a normal regular machine, no fancy sergers or anything like that, please do let me know down below because I'm always looking to improve my skills and I'm self-taught, so I can, you know, get some improvement here and there, of course. Anyway, let's go try this on and style it up.
And another festive holiday triumph. How absolutely freaking adorable did this come out? I think it is one of the most perfect holiday dresses that I have ever created, and I've created a lot, which you can find all those fab free tutorials in the Holiday Makes playlist, and I'll link that down below for you because, you know, everybody needs some fab festive fashion, and if you can make it from thrifted items and items you already have around the house, so much the better. I mean, come on, a sweater, a poncho, and a doily. That's it. That's all it took. I make myself laugh all the time because this is just how my refashionista brain works. I see these things and think, hey, let's put them together. And come on, the result is magnificent. This is so cute. And it's so perfect for the holiday season, especially with elf tights and elf boots. And of course, a sparkly beanie. You can't miss the sparkly beanie. Speaking of missing things, did you miss my big announcement of my brand new book baby, my awesome upcycled gift guide? If you missed it, and if you missed the sneaky peeky inside, I shall link that down below for you. This, of course, is available to get right now on Amazon. You can order it, get it very, very quickly with your Prime membership, and start making this weekend. And it has gifts for everyone on your list using thrifted items, items you already have around the house, and really not spending very much money, if any money at all. And I am once again very proud of this little book baby. So go check it out. Link is down below. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. Please go check out my book. And of course, buy it, buy it, buy it.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.